I'm part of Alaska or all of Alaska?
As long as the light's not blinking, then you're good.
How about now? That's not there.
No, yeah, you're blinking. Yeah.
Josh and Luke talking.
There it is.
You have to drive 3 hours away.
Right.
And you'll notice the difference.
Hey guys, this is Josh from Josh and Luke Talking. Just wanted to thank you for listening to our podcast. Our first season was recorded using voice memo on the iPhone, so bear with us on the audio quality. In fact, this whole project began without Luke even knowing I was recording, so hopefully he doesn't decide to randomly press charges against me. We were having some great talks together, and I was really liking where our conversations would go. So one day I hit record, and the rest was pretty much history. You're going to be listening to it, hopefully. Since the first season, I, of course, told Luke we have a podcast, redacted a few names, upgraded our gear, and we fully committed ourselves to this project. If you like what you hear, remember to hit those 5 stars and hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you're using. Thanks again, and enjoy the show.
But it's meaningless, because even if he is impeached, it's up to him if he leaves or not.
Right.
They can't kick him out.
You can't really kick him out.
Unless, I think they have to actually do something illegal.
Like something serious.
I think it's something illegal. Something.
He doesn't do anything illegal.
There's no proof of it. Maybe he does. But for some reason, they're really holding on to that. And it's if that's true, then it's a big deal.
That's why he watches the news. Every time I look at the news, it's like a way to hate Trump. That's all it is, all the time. It's the most negative outlook I've ever seen. It's do you know what he said this morning? It's I don't care. I
don't think he's evil. I don't think he's perfect.
No.
He's literally just like anyone else. But he's definitely entertaining. He's a stand-up comic.
He's fun.
He's what?
He's fun. I wonder who's the next. After this election, the next one, who's going to be next? That's going to be weird. I can't think of anybody that's even eligible.
I mean, this is pretty weird. I don't think anyone would have guessed this.
No, that's how much more weird can you get.
When he started running, everyone thought he was a joke. No one took him serious because they all thought he was funny.
But he won.
And he's made fun of people. Well, his nicknames stuck. They were so funny. And he just did it one by one. He just knocked people out. Yeah. It was very clever. But I feel like politics are really for dumb people. It's if you follow it as simple as possible, where it's I don't know, just pandering to a crowd. It's for dumb people. If you can't think critically.
Mm-hmm. But they're getting dumber and dumber. Every year, it's not worth knowing. Who's your president? I don't know. I don't even want to know.
I have to find out.
Do you think it's actually important to know?
Do I think it's important?
To know who your president is? Especially, let's say the new one, you just do, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
And you don't even watch news?
I like to know, but I don't have to know.
Is that un-American?
Is that un-American? Well, I guess if you don't care at all, then it's pretty much you've called it quits.
I love my country. I just don't love the people running it. Then do something about it. I can't. I have no power.
It's there are things that I like. You can't be prosecuted for language in this country. I mean, the big companies can screw you over, YouTube and stuff. But it's at the end of the day, there's still amendments. Mm-hmm. The foundation is good.
What happens if one day we literally just get rid of the Constitution and knock it out? Would you be then okay, and this is in America?
Well, yeah, because that's what makes it this place. So,
do you think there will ever be a day they completely cross it out?
I think there will always be a battle of keeping it and getting rid of it. It's just as much as there's pressure on one side, there's pressure on the other side. And it's that's the weird way to keep a balance. It's you can't get everyone to agree. So it's like you need this like weird pressure on both sides to keep everything in check.
Ben Shapiro should be the next president.
Dude, I would not mind. Ben Shapiro is a genius.
Yeah.
He's the most logical person I know.
Can you imagine the world would go to hell though?
Dude, Ben
That
Shapiro.
hatred. They were crucifying him if he was president.
Ben Shapiro.
You're a hater. No, I'm just speaking the facts.
Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson should be president.
Ben Shapiro the president, Jordan Peterson the
Vice president.
vice president. So it's that backup. It's security.
Put Joe Rogan up there too. He's pretty
Joe Rogan would be Secretary of State. I'm so curious what's going to be like in the future.
Me too, because it's
like 20 years in the future, what is it going to be like?
it's weird because everyone is so like feels like this is stagnant, like this is like safe and secure times. But there's like such huge changes coming up, like pretty quick.
Are they going to be bad? Are they going to be terroristic? Are they going to be dictatorship-like, communistic? Are they going to be socialist set up? It's going to be like
It really depends on like what people believe in the media. Because it does surprise me, like the socialist tendencies that people agree with, when it's like it's been tested and it fails every time.
right. Well, like here we go. Like you know the law with the healthcare, and it's like if you don't have it, you get fined.
Right.
Like I always said, and I always said I can't afford it, whatever. Like okay, it's waiting for you.
Right.
It's true. Oh, well, I can't. It's like this. I don't want it. Here's my decision. I don't want it. And people do. Well, you never know. I'm like everybody says. I'm like no, I don't want it.
Right.
If a woman has free choice, I have a free choice over my body. I don't want it. And they're like, well, fine, get fined. I'm like, I don't have money. I don't want it. Like, why would I pay you a fine? Then just give it to me. If I have to pay the fine, then just give it to me.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like, don't force things down my throat. I don't want it. I don't believe in it. This country, you can believe whatever you want to believe in. I don't believe in any of it. So don't make me believe in what you believe in. Well, you have to, because this is right. I'm like, you can't win with that logic, can you?
Nope.
I just want to be left alone. I won't bother anybody. You can all just go screw around in the streets, cut each other up in little bits and pieces. I don't care. Let me just walk through it and go into my house. I know Trump's going to win again. If he doesn't, I wonder who's the second competitor.
I'd be really scared if he doesn't. Not because I like him, but because the alternatives are terrible.
Right. Well, who are the alternatives right now? There's only so many. Can there be more coming in? When is the election?
The election's in 2020.
January or late 2020?
November, yeah.
Okay, so we get like another whole year.
But basically, like Joe Biden is like the Hillary Clinton moment, where it's like the same. He was.
Yes, he was vice president.
President, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because people accused him of being racist.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I forgot.
No one stood up for him. Ben Shapiro was like, I mean, this would be a good time for Obama to like say, yo.
Is Ben Shapiro running?
No, Ben Shapiro's not running.
Would he ever? For the fun of
No.
it? No one would ever vote for him. There's so many people that hate him.
People really like him too, though.
That's probably the only time I would vote. I would never vote any other time. I like when people say, "Oh, if you don't vote, you can't have an opinion on it." I'm like, no. The thing is, it's like you're giving me a choice, but like both sides are horrible.
It's like, did you see the South Park where the election is a giant douche or a turd sandwich?
Oh, no.
And literally, it's like a giant douche person, and then like a turd sandwich, like waving. It's like,
There's your choice.
I don't know. I really like turd sandwich. And then I think they had Ron Paul on the stage.
Really?
It was like some crazy stuff, and then Ron Paul.
He's the one that says that they just get rid of government or something like that. I see that one.
Yeah, incredibly limited government. Incredible.
It's different. It's like you need some kind of government because if you leave people completely, it'd be like the Wild West again.
Right.
They would just be killing each other. And just like,
Right, because then it's like, police departments and stuff.
yeah, pretty much. It's like you, like in the street, mom, like, you know, my mom, she's like, it's funny, you do need it. But the thing is,
It gets too big.
yeah, or it's all corrupt. Like they're just sinful men in it.
It's so easy to get corrupt in it.
Anywhere there's power, easily gets corrupted.
Well, Ron Paul's big thing was he wanted to end the Federal Reserve.
I'm surprised he wasn't killed for
I
saying that.
know.
Federal Reserve owns everything.
Do you know what the Federal Reserve is? They literally just like print all the money.
I've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know they're not even part of our
Of the
country?
government. Yeah, they're not like, it's not like considered government.
Even though they call federal, that's how
Right.
they got it. They're a third party. As I said, there is no one can supersede them. Not the government, not the FBI, not the CIA. No one
There's
can
a,
go. If people do what's going on there, you have no right to look, and no one is allowed.
in the Federal Reserve.
No one.
So can't you just print something?
CIA,
man?
nothing.
Yeah.
Not the
It's
army
like-
can come. That's a part that can't be touched.
And it's not government.
Nope.
There's a book called like The Monsters of Jekyll Island.
Yep, I know that.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
read it?
I looked up the history on it.
Yeah.
That's how it started. They all went to Jekyll
It
Island.
was a bunch of bankers.
Yep.
Then they were just like,
It was like the DuPont, Rothschild.
yeah.
What's the big one? J.D. Morgan.
Yeah, JP Morgan.
J.P. Morgan. That's the J.D. and J.P. Morgan. Yeah, the thing is, though, if you got rid of the Federal Reserve, if you could just be like, we're done with you, which they have so much power, it's unbelievable.
Right.
They own us.
Yeah, how are you going to stop the money?
Yeah, they own the army. But the thing is, even if you did, if it was possible, I'm saying, just poof, how we would have a currency.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's not that easy.
How do you get rid of all these fake notes that
You
everyone has?
would have to do it like the you know what it's called.
You'd have to change currency.
Right, like the time that the euro came about, they changed all the different marks under one mark. But basically, it's like that's all your savings would be just wiped away, and they give you probably like a set amount. Do you know what I mean? That's how they would do it, and that
Is that how they actually did it?
yeah.
Like you probably had to buy
And-
the euro.
No, they gave what they did was like there was the Dutch mark, there was the whatever marks throughout
Yeah.
the whole Europe. So when everything was just collapsing, whatever, they just wiped all the different currencies out and gave the euro to everybody. So even though somebody could have like millions of whatever currency they had and they were wealthy, wiped out, here's 500,000. I mean, here's 1,000 euros.
How did they come up with that number?
They just give equally.
No way.
Some,
Is
yeah,
that what actually happened?
yeah. I could be wrong about the equal part. They could have got a percentage more, but rich people went back down. Everybody leveled out. So if you have poor, they all leveled out, which ruins the economy for a second. Like, you know what I mean? For like that time, because now you're like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything it worked for them.
Yeah. And it's still just a paper currency, which is funny.
That's why, like, everyone that puts all of their value into the shit they own, it's like, do you realize that you don't own it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't own any of this. But this is my house.
It is in your house.
It's not. You don't.
It's
own
never your house. The land, when you buy land, you never owned it.
It's not your land.
No.
You can't do whatever you want on it.
Even if you pay your taxes or paid it, if you could pay your taxes 100 years in advance, like in case they cut, doesn't matter. It's not yours. As they would say, well, if it's mandated, we can take it from you, period.
Right. And
That's not
and
constitutional.
We're gonna give you this amount of money.
Yeah. So that's what I mean.
I don't think that's enough. Doesn't matter.
What you gonna do? No guns pointing at you.
Yeah, sorry, bulldozers here. I've heard that they give a decent amount of money though. I don't know if it's true.
When they change it over.
Yeah, when they come at you, we need your land.
Oh, you're talking about when somebody needs your land, they try to pay well for it.
Yeah.
You could take it, but if you don't, they just take it anyways. So you
Right.
might as well, I guess, take the money. You know what I
As
mean?
opposed to not.
I guess, unless you want to fight for your freedom, just lose it. Something my mom would do.
Right.
And I get it.
I get it too.
Yeah. Why do you like saving? Like I get it too, but I mean, like, if you know it's worthless, but even though at the time it's not, you can use it.
Right.
But why is it like more?
Like saving, like
Yeah.
I'm just saving. It's.
Like, do you think it's valuable?
I feel like it's more valuable than things.
Right.
So that's why I prefer it over things.
Do you ever think that it will last like forever? Like if you just stash that, like the value of it stays?
No.
Or do you know that it could one day just be like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I worked it and it's like worthless now?
I definitely acknowledge that, and that's why like I like to diversify what I buy. So it's like, I like Bitcoin. I like, there's some stocks I like I'm not like big into any of it, but it's like, I like to be a part of like a bunch of little things. But it's like, at the end, yeah, it's kind of just a game.
Right.
Like from saving to investing, it's all pretty much a game.
Because when you invest in things, it's keeping the flow. Do you try to do that with most of your savings, or do you have like your own little, what do you call it, stash, like a chipmunk? Do you know what I mean?
I pretty much like to gamble because I feel like since I'm only 28, I feel like I can gamble more, especially because it's like high risk, high reward, or high failure, you know?
Right.
It's like more risky things. And that's why it's like Bitcoin's like a fun little gamble. True. It's an adrenaline rush. But I just like saving because it's like for myself, it shows that I can maximize my own efficiency. I look at it
as responsible. It's a good responsibility.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
It's like whether or not money aside, if you can use whatever resource as efficiently as possible, that's beneficial.
Right.
If you're not wasting food, if you're not throwing out,
If you're not just buying things and throwing away, buying things.
That's a mentality.
Yeah.
That's not just money. That's everything in life, and that'll cross over. You'll appreciate everything more. If you could save money, you'll appreciate life more.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you there.
If you're blowing it, it's like everything's meaningless. So it's like that Ferris wheel ride. It's like, how fun is that when you can do it all the time? And I mean, like, for example, because the Ferris wheel is not fun as any form of.
Unless it falls off, starts from.
Now we're going, baby. Everyone's screaming, yeah. It kind of makes me think, like, when people say, like, I just want to do something that's fun. My idea of fun is so not conventional. It's like,
What's your idea of fun?
what is my idea of fun? Being productive, doing something productive, whether it be a conversation, going learning nature that I've never seen before, learning about
things I find.
Yeah, that is fun. But like to lose brain cells, like if I'm going to something and I feel dumber, that is not fun. If I have to listen to people talk stupid, that's not fun. That's taxing. I start to feel depressed if I'm around people that are not smart. Like, because then
At
it's
least like having like those searching conversation, intelligent conversation. You know what I mean? Like when you don't have to say, what's the point talking?
Yes.
Remember I said like when I went out with the people at Brio and I went in the back alley just sitting behind the dumpster, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I got just like, okay, I gotta get through it because I'm here.
And that's why I say I don't know where I'd be without my mom, because literally she's the only one where it's like I could have like these kinds of conversations. Like there aren't that many people like that, that I know at least. So it's like without her, I don't know how I would have like gotten older. It would have been a real struggle if I had to hear, what's your 5-year plan?
That's a good say. I think my dad's answer to that was 5 years older or more wrinkles.
I love that.
And I just looked at my dad and said, that's my plan. 5 years older or more wrinkles.
Then you're never going to succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll be a failure in your eyes.
Yeah. No, I think somebody asked me at work, R2L, the chef said, what do you do for fun? I was like, I said, well, my fun is not your type of fun. Right. And they're like, well, okay, what is it? I'm like, man, I like playing my piano. It's Megan was there too. She was like, I like playing my piano. I like working out at a gym.
Yeah.
I like probably reading an interesting book, like something interesting, not just like a book,
right?
Like a fantasy book, like interesting, so I can learn from. So I like going on nature, kayak, and things like that. And she was like, that sounds really cool. Like, I said, I don't go drinking, partying. I just tried it before, don't like it.
It's not
the same thing when I went to Dublin. After like, it only took like 2 days, and I'm like, I don't ever want to drink again. And I remember like next day, it's like, hey, I'm like, I'm good. It's like, okay. They get like sad if you
I know.
I'm like, I tried the 2 days. I'm done. I said, I've never like not sleeping the whole night. I'm thinking, it's just stupid to live like this. It's just
because people think it like loosens their inhibitions. and like they can be more themselves. But it's like if you're already pretty fine with being yourself, like what more push do you need? Because then you drink it and you kind of just feel it slowing yourself down. And I've never felt happier from drinking. And I've never witnessed anyone.
Have you
go
ever
happier.
felt like especially when you drink heavy? I've experienced. I paid a lot more attention to detail, and like I'll be even more kind of quiet. Like I can talk a lot when I'm like drunk because I'm like talking this to like anybody, whatever I can feel in my.
But you feel more observant.
But like I'm like super observant. I've been watching like everybody. Like if I'm at the bar, like watching how people interact and do. Like I'm just like super observant on people's actions, and I can remember everything more when I'm drunk, which is weird. Everything.
Right. I've never I forget.
I remember everything.
Same.
Like more than if I was not drunk.
Like I've told people, like I want to see you drunk. It's like I can assure you, nothing changes. Maybe I'm a little dizzier.
Yeah, I had that look, or maybe I talk more or less depending on the situation.
Right.
I do remember talking to Nick and Colin. I was crying because I was talking about like the real deep life situations. I remembered it.
Yeah.
And the next time, like, remember what I said last night? Like, what? Like, they remembered nothing. I said, Nick, and I was talking. He's like, what, man? Like, nothing. They completely cut everything out when you're like that.
Yeah.
That's scary, though.
I've never experienced that.
That's scary to say I don't know anything.
And then I wonder how often people say that because it's like they want to say that. It's like, I don't remember, I was drunk. Or if they actually experienced that, because I've never experienced not remembering something.
Yeah, I just find it's really not productive. It's expensive, number one.
As it should be. I feel like it's a tax on being stupid.
Yeah, very expensive. I think that's stupid to work and just blow it all. Or something stupid like
and
that.
what's so funny is like after people work, it's like, I'm so exhausted, I need a drink. What? Everything you just worked for?
Yeah,
you're gonna.
What's productive? Why are you working?
Right.
I don't understand. Like the manager at Milk Pod, she's like, I'm so happy there's a PJ's right around the corner because like, so I can't wait just to go there. I'm like, hey, whatever you want. Like, if I wasn't on a date with a girl and that's how she talked, I'd be like, this was nice. Goodbye. Like, I know that's it. Like, I do not want that in my life. I can't imagine that kind of mentality.
What do you do for fun?
I remember the one girl I was talking to, because I can't believe people don't save a little bit. Everybody always says, I have no money. I'm like, I don't believe it. There's no way you don't have any money, right? I think that's like one girl saying, man, I have no money. My parents are not paying for my school anymore. What am I going to do? I'm like, and she's a bartender. They make pretty well at R2. I'm like, you have to have something. She's like, okay, I have like 500 saved. How much do you make a week? I'm like, I always tell people, you don't have to tell me. I'm not jealous or anything. I'm interested. I said that I'm interested.
Right.
I don't know what's wrong with people's money. I'm like really financially help people out. I'm trying to. She's like, okay, I make about like 800 a week. I'm like, and how much do you rent? I'm like, do you have rent? She's like, do you have a car bill? She's I'm like, so how much do you bills through like she's like, maybe 300. I'm like, if you make 800 a week and all your bills are 300, what are you spending on? You don't have to actually tell me if you don't get. I have to know. She's like, alcohol, and then she laughed. I'm like, no. I'm like, really? What do you say? Alcohol, food, going out, just eating. Right. I'm like, that's it. To spend though over $2,000 a month on it. How much are you drinking?
It's easy though.
No, but like I went to Dublin. Like I put like 800. I think it was $500 in alcohol. But still, how much? It's like every single day for like 7 hours a week.
Well, I feel like it's like that social thing where it's like misery loves company, where it's like people in groups. It's like, we're going to grab drinks. It's like, no, because it's socially acceptable, it's not a problem. So people don't look at it as like, here's the thing. No one likes to take responsibility for their own actions. So if everybody's doing it, it must be fine. Because nobody wants to say like that, I don't know where my money's going. It's like, it's very clear you're spending it. Like for some reason, food is like the sneakiest one because no one understands like how much cooking your own food saves you money.
Mm-hmm.
Just
maybe like I cook my own food and I still think it's expensive. I'm like, wow, man, I spent $80.
But people justify like, yeah, same.
But if you think about going out and eating, it will cost a lot more.
Yeah,
$30 right there.
$15 at like a place that's average.
Denny's is 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, I had to have breakfast. It's like, do you know how cheap it is to get 2 eggs and some toast?
Yeah.
That'll fill you up. That's enough.
Yeah, if you think about it, my breakfast in the morning is like bagel, eggs, and if you would break down the price, I mean, 75 cents is the whole carton.
People don't even think about like getting a coffee in the morning. It's like, what? It's just a coffee. It's like, it adds up. Everything adds up.
Yeah.
And then people think it's like restrictive, like it's hard to budget. It's like, don't look at it like that. It's not like, oh, I don't have the money. It's like, you can easily enjoy it. Food shopping is fun. If you get to like experiment how to cook and say, oh, I don't like to cook. It's like, well, you're in for a treat. It's like,
I think that's like a basic skill that anybody should have, right? Like you need to eat. So if you need to eat, it should be,
I think
should be
learning how to
natural.
grow food should be a basic skill.
yeah, that should be hunting, whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
these are primitive skills. We don't know how to do that stuff. People literally die.
Plumbing, electricity. I think these things are pretty important too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, back to basic necessity stuff. Yeah.
It's funny, like I think I could do that. The only problem is with, even though I would know how to make my own plumbing and all, we're going to get the materials, we're allowed to touch them. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the only thing. It's like bamboo. How they're bamboo, run all bamboo. That's how I would do it. Yep. Grows like man, and I can make plumbing out of it.
Bamboo plumbing
Yeah,
service.
it's strong, hollow out the center.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you go.
I'll have to Photoshop you a certificate. This isn't real. Well, I'm holding it, so it's pretty real.
That's that'd be how funny if that tropical island got full indoor plumbing with bamboo.
Bamboo.
Air conditioning you can make too.
Bamboo.
Not what you could use as the plumbing source, but like it wouldn't be like ice cold because you wouldn't have the chemicals, but it'd be like cooler air. Look how ants do it. You know how they do it. They make air conditioning.
No.
They have the one hill lower and the one hill higher. And the way the wind hits, it creates like a circulation.
That's awesome.
And that's like an ant. Like, it's like we can learn so much from the creatures out there.
We don't have time.
We have lots
The
of
movie starts at 8. We gotta get to the movies. What is it? That's new superhero one.
Lion King.
Lion King 68. You know what happens. No, it's different this time.
It's a female.
It's a female lioness. Dude, they're out of movie ideas.
They're having a hard time. I think the big thing now is making just documentaries of all the bands that once were.
Yeah,
It's
that's
interesting to a point.
That is interesting.
But like, I think with anything like music too, I think there's a limit.
Yeah.
There's only so many variations. Everything comes to an ending.
Right.
It's funny because movies have only been around for like 120 years now. Like filming,
It's all been done.
and it's pretty much done.
I mean, things happen in waves too. It's like we think that everything is always going to be how it is because that's how it's always been. But it's like stuff changes. Like the way technology is growing. Like, oh, apparently they federally just upped the minimum wage to $15
Where?
in the United States.
When
It's like 2 days ago.
every state.
Every state. But there's like a time frame for like when that has to kick in.
So it's not kicking in yet.
No, like they have like X amount of years to make it happen. It's like,
It's we decided it has to be done. How many something? 20 years.
well,
That's what's the point of it.
because like they want to, they can't just throw it on the businesses all at once. Like they have to all the businesses have to prepare for it. You know how they're going to prepare?
Just cut your hours. So
Yeah, get everyone the hell out. We can't afford anyone now.
cut down so much. Or they get the machinery to do it.
Exactly.
Look at like a lot of the cheaper, what do you call I was going to say fast food restaurants.
Well,
corporate restaurants.
like Panera Bread, Walmart.
I mean, look, they have all, like even like some Applebee's, they have the computer on the table. That's how you order. You
Right.
punch it all in, and then somebody just runs you the food.
Yeah,
They get rid of all the servers.
right,
There's probably like 3 servers in the whole giant restaurant there.
right.
That's stupid. Number one, I hate that stuff. It takes away the whole the experience of the guest. But no, I mean, who wants to sit there and you're typing like, I don't want to look at a screen. I came here not to look at a screen.
Oh, I hate when there's screens on when I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
Whether it be a TV with some bullshit on it about like a cheese grating foot thing. Did you ever see that one? It's like the foot cheese grater.
The PD, I can't remember the name of it.
I remember sitting at Fridays watching that. Like,
And eating, you're like,
yeah.
my sandwich looks like
Like,
this.
we get some more Parmesan cheese.
Just comes over and it's playing one in the back.
He's just looking up, looking down.
Isn't that funny too? Because like you hate watching TV, but when they put it there, it's like for some odd reason, it's like you hear some noise on, you're like, you can't help to look. I'm like, I hate this.
I know, because we're
It's
bugs.
like, yeah, we're bugs. You can't help. And that light does it.
Like,
too.
look how stupid these bugs are.
I'm even interested in
Getting
any of
into the
that.
bug zapper. Just they're so dumb. When someone turns the TV on, they're just like that.
I feel bad because the younger generation is brought up with it. Like they're like 2 years old, 1 year, and they're just giving the cell phones. I'm like, oh,
Cell phones are so bad.
and like all babies have it. Like, why would you do that?
Like, they're... You have to acknowledge the benefit of the cell phone.
Oh,
but
it's a great tool. It's a wonderful tool.
It's a wonderful tool.
You control the
Use it
tool.
responsibly.
Don't let the tool control you.
Exactly. Well,
And people do, yeah. I'm like, no, but the thing is, it is controlling you. It's controlling your relationships, which it is. Because, we're talking about
Social
texting and all
media.
that. Social media is destroying everybody.
because people think they can
Like,
they can look at that and not compare their lives to other people. People think they could handle that information responsibly, and I really don't think you can. I think it's impossible to
We're not built that way.
No, it's
We're not-
subconscious. It goes in your head.
Right.
You see people getting married, and getting houses. Your brain's gonna think, "Oh, you should have this," and like,
Yeah.
I'm not there.
It's not healthy for you.
I don't. I
Like,
don't see
it's
it.
like now I have that. And so the thing is, I'm not having it on my phone. I don't want it. It's like, here, this is the way to put myself out. Fine.
Right.
But when somebody's like, oh, did you no, I don't want to know.
No, use it as a tool.
Yeah, that's all I want to use it as. And it's like, I think honestly, like a lot
Because
of social
that's
media,
what they use it for.
I think it destroys women. Oh, it destroys women, especially. Men, it destroys too. I mean, but the way a woman's
Yeah.
wired, it really messes with them bad.
Because like we talked about before, where it's like the females are more social beings.
Yeah.
Like they are group mentality, and it's
Right.
not a bad thing. It's just like
And stories, they do things off emotions. So if you have this whole like story written out and you have this picture, it's just playing with their head, and then they're thinking they have to, like how you said, they have to have it, or like I gotta do this. Oh, they look like they're having so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's a stupid picture. They're just doing hey pose, and they're done. It's not
Right.
real out. And in the book you gave me, I said that I had all that social media talking. And he's like, I'm walking down France, and he's like, it's beautiful. And all I see is people on the phone taking pictures at every single thing instead of actually just living it. He's like, you're not even living it, which is true. I think that's why people don't have good memory anyways, because they're not doing it and seeing it for themselves. They just click.
Right,
They don't even
there.
remember it.
you leave it up to your phone to do it.
And it doesn't even matter. Nothing looks good as what like you can see. Like, if I go to nature, I'm like, this is beautiful. I take a picture, it looks like crap. I'm like, I just it just doesn't
Right. Try and take a picture of the moon with your cell phone.
right. It's
I love doing that because I think it's like the funniest example of like it's so metaphoric when you try and take a picture of the moon with your cell phone. It's literally just a light dot.
yeah.
It's like a little
Isn't it beautiful? And people are like,
yeah.
but it was beautiful when I was there. Like, yeah, right, whatever.
That's like a perfect example. It's like, how do you want to see life? I don't know. You
wanna
want
see
to
through my
look at
eyes.
the moon, or do you want to like take a picture with your cell phone? But then it sounds like you're like putting down like the damn kids. Or it's like my generation, we just lived in the moment.
Why do I have to be Southern? Not going to worship. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I didn't say it was you.
No, but like when we talk about my generation, we always have to sound Southern.
Yeah.
I'm insulting the Southern.
I didn't say it's
Awesome
insulting.
people.
It's a mentality.
I know, but they're awesome people. That's what's funny. But no, I'm not putting them down. I just think, well, this is destroying your life. You're not living your life. You're living other people's lives that aren't even real in the first place.
I loved when we were on Rodeo and someone said the kids were like screaming. They were like 10-year-olds just screaming over some celebrity.
Yeah.
And when the lady said, it's not a real celebrity, That was so interesting to me because it's like, hold up.
Just a switch for a second.
Yeah, what's a real celebrity? That was hilarious.
It's not a real celebrity.
Because now, like, younger generations grow up with YouTube celebrities.
Yeah,
where
these are a celebrity.
It's no different than Beyonce and Rihanna. Like, it's no different.
If you have
a real celebrity.
if you have a fan base or a follower base, it is a celebrity. That is what makes a celebrity. It's when you're idolized.
It's someone
put
that's
on a podium.
It's someone that's celebrated.
Yeah,
A celebrity.
celebrity. Yeah, celebrate. That's weird.
That is weird. Think about that.
That's really weird.
I don't want anyone to celebrate me.
No,
It's Josh.
I don't want to. I don't want to not.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out if I
That's
was in a
one thing.
room and
Like, if I ever took off in this, I would not like the fact that people are like all of a sudden like
yeah, wouldn't that be
I would
weird?
not like that.
Mm-mm.
I would just treat me like nobody. Thank you. If you just want to like me, like hey, cool man.
Yeah, I would want people to treat me the way I treat other people.
Yeah.
The golden rule gets you pretty far. I don't know what to do. Well, it's like, what would you want people to do to you? It's that simple. But yeah, people get really weird with like numbers, likes, and like all that stuff. They think someone's worth more because they have more likes. It's like, that is so creepy. Think for yourself. You just want to like shake them. Be like, it's not real.
Yeah,
But it is to them.
I just think it's a dangerous platform. I wonder how far it can go. Like,
Well, what's interesting is it's free.
nothing's free.
Exactly.
You're selling something there.
Right. So the way that these platforms are actually used, I never looked at it like this before at all. These are all just platforms used to sell. That's all they do. It's not about bringing people together. It's not about sharing your photos. They want to sell you.
Like, yeah, there's all these like what people are promoting. Oh, I'm here at this vacation spot.
I want to go there now.
Yeah, it's
The whole thing is sales, and it was funny because it's like at the school, it's like how we'd be implementing your music business. That's what it's for. It's for businesses. It's like a billboard, but no one looks at it like that.
how can we get a live billboard constantly in front of somebody? How can we do this?
That's it.
I never looked at it like that.
It's because you gotta
Giant
flip it. We've been looking at it from consumers' eyes. Flip it to the business side of it, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
now it makes sense.
And when you look at certain things all the time, you have a certain pattern.
They know.
So they put more of that and try to attract you. I don't like that. It's creepy. But it's your fault for going to.
It is creepy, but when it's like the only marketing tool that's effective, how else do you go about it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just hate the fact that people are like hooked on it.
Right.
And like, I feel like, oh, that's not to get to them. I just feel like.
If anything's extreme, it's not healthy. And it's like, I wish people could use it responsibly, but I don't know how to tell people to use it responsibly.
Because it's really weird to tell them.
Exactly. It's like if they want to be addicted to it, they're going to be addicted to it. So like, how do you prevent that? I don't know. Write a song about it.
Yeah, they would hate me if I wrote a song about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people, man, it'd be I think people would be a lot different if they didn't have. If you couldn't text, if you couldn't,
Immediate communication.
right? If you couldn't text, social, I think people would be very different. Like if you can call somebody, that never really had a problem too much. There's something about texting. It's like you see these words and they pop up. It's like a little present. And
Right.
if it doesn't answer right away like that, what the fuck? You start doing that, it's like...
I've never felt some type of way about someone not texting me back. I can honestly say I've never felt concerned about that. It's a text
It is
message.
nothing.
It's not like I called them
Right.
and like I asked them something and they were just silent. I'd be a little concerned then. I'd be like, "You okay?" Yeah, they're just breathing on the line. I'd be a little concerned.
Right.
But with the text, it's just like,
And texts are also weird because, like, if somebody sends you a text and that's you pull it up and read it. One thing that a text is bad is because, like, it gives you time to think. You're like, how can I word this? How can I say? But if somebody just asks you a question, you have to respond.
right.
And you respond instantly, whatever comes to your mind. This way, like, You write something, no, I don't like the way that's written. You erase it, and then you make a whole story that's not even real.
Right, and now are you writing from your view, or because you want to think about what someone else would want you to say?
That's also what's not good about texting.
Right. It gives you too much time to think, and then it's too instantaneous. It feels dead. But also, I was going to say, there's like a million different ways to read how they read or how they wrote it. So like you could be mad at someone. Yeah, they're coming at me with some attitude right now, and you know what they meant. Look how they wrote it. I'm like,
That's just how it
I'd rather take the positive outlook every single time, because then you win, no matter what. If they were trying to make you upset, they fail. If you take the positive outlook, it feels better. So I never didn't read into that stuff. Like just checking out social medias to see what people are being fed. Everything is superficial. Everything is materialism. You're looking at it on your Apple iPhone. It's just like, when you're in that thing, it's like you're in such a different world than reality. It's like, it's just something else. It's completely manufactured. What's hot, what's not. It's like it's just manufactured reality. And then when you
What should I be doing?
Yeah, what should I be doing? Am I living my life properly? And then when you step out, when you turn your phone off and you just look out the window, everything's all right.
And life is very simple.
It is.
We make it complicated, but it's very simple.
Food, sleep, work. That's it.
But like, no, that's more. I mean, no, you have your enjoyments, and then we're like, oh, I'm gonna go for a nature trip. Good. There's your enjoyments, but no, that is life for any creature on the earth. You're just trying to survive to see another day.
Everyone wants to be like the next big thing, the next like celebrity, the next like thing worshipped. But it's like,
that's the thing. People want to be worshipped.
They do.
Everybody wants to be an idol.
They do, and social media gives them the platform to be it.
And it's funny because like everything is being idolized nowadays. Would you agree upon that? Like everything's like an idol.
In what way?
Worship. Celebrities.
Like celebrities, yeah.
The average times that come up, everything objects we just like worship.
Oh yeah,
whatever it is.
I've never seen a phone look so glamorous. And then in the new commercial, I'm like, my God,
and like,
I'll do anything for that phone.
Exactly.
I'll do anything for that.
In the Bible, one of the laws: do not make any other image before me. Like, don't worship anything else. And we worship everything that's around us, and I give thanks to everything that's around us.
You believe that old book?
I do. I do indeed. It has some pretty powerful statements that I look like it's not wrong.
Well, that's the funny thing about it. It's like, if you want to like say that it maybe wasn't written by God, or maybe like it was written by people that were just crazy. Like, sure, let's say all that's true. Try and follow it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna, like, your life will improve. And that's what Jordan
I never
Peterson
seen
says.
any ones that has. I mean, there are probably some that would take something and they do something that's completely awesome. Like, it never says that. Yes, it does. I'm like, I'm reading it. It's not twisting it purposely.
People get weird.
Right.
I feel like the people that it's like they go out to eat and they're just like, oh, blessed be for the food of the, and it's just like, what are you doing right now? It's like they get real theatrical.
The Bible mentions that too.
Does it?
Yeah. He said when you worship quiet. I can't repeat it properly, but quietly, not like the others that allows to just scream out all the time and like for attention.
It's weird, and it turns everyone off from it, which is unfortunate for everybody, I guess. Yeah, I see that so much. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not getting a tip.
And that's just exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I don't care if somebody says they're Christian. I don't care if somebody says prayers and all. I judge you upon like
your action.
Your lifestyle. Like a good term like Jordan Peterson even said in the Bible said it too is your fruits that you produce. If you're a tree, what are you producing? You can say all you want, but I can tell when you're producing. It's all lies. And even God says, like, watch out for false prophets that come in my name. Don't listen to them.
False prophets.
False prophets. Like people saying, oh, I come in the name of God. He even says, don't listen. There's going to be many saying, I am in the name. And he's like, don't listen. You know my works. You know my word. And it's like when I live, I'm like, I would never forget that. I was like, yeah. Plenty of people I heard that said they're Christian. I listen to them like, you're deaf, you're not.
Oh, dude, like the mega churches and stuff.
Dude, they're not. They're there to sell you something. It's also.
Yeah.
What was it? You never in the Bible? Well, you know this story. When God went to the churches and threw over the tables, and he says, my house is a place of merchants. He threw the tables over because they're selling and buying inside the churches, and he was like angry with them. That's where you make money.
Well, someone I know that teaches in a Catholic school, they have a casino night.
See what I mean? Well, I believe the Catholic Church is just an evil place. Sacrifices and that stuff creeps me out. I think
you could look at the stuff that's like unknown. I mean, commonly. I mean, there's talks of all that stuff where it's like probably. I'd put that
it's
under
very
probably.
Possible.
But if you look at the more apparent stuff, like just what's right in front of you, it's kind of weird. It's like it's so theatrical, and you could see the money, and it's like I don't see how those things correlate.
It's a mafia. It's like a mafia.
But I feel like before it even gets to that point, it's like you walk into the place, and it's like it's built up too much. It's just like theatrical. People
I just
put
don't
on the
get
show.
about
You
it.
stand up, you sit down. It's like, what are we doing? I don't know. It seems so choreographed that it's just like this doesn't feel natural. Mm-hmm. Like I don't see how that brings you any closer to like just because you're showing up there on Sunday. I'm not impressed.
No.
Like they're flipping each other off in the parking lot. Yeah, it's all actions. But the ideology of objects is super weird in our culture, and it's so subtle. People don't even realize that they're doing it. People have to have things, and they don't know why. And then I love saying, what's step 2? Once you get it, now what?
You're not going to be happy because you won't.
No, it keeps climbing. Everything's relative. That's not enough. Are you crazy? I never like saying that like I can't afford something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I just think it's a stupid thing to say. Mm-hmm. I can't afford something. You shouldn't want it.
How about if somebody said, I'm curious, could you use in the way of, let's say, like I said, the government comes to you, oh, you have to have health insurance. How would you respond?
I have to have health insurance?
Could you afford
the same way I put it on my taxes. I can't afford it.
See, would you say you can't afford it, or could you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, according to a legal document, if that's the terminology you want to use,
yeah,
sure, we can play that game. But I use my language for myself because, I feel like the words that come out of my face also are heard by my mind. So it's important what comes out. Mm-hmm. But if someone wants to get technical on a piece of paper, it's like, okay, I'll play your game.
Yes, I can't afford it. I'm sign it.
Yeah, sure.
But now they have the documents. If you ever say it again, well, we have proof that you said it.
It's like being a vegan, but I ate a cracker and there was cheese on it. It's like, yeah, I can eat whatever I want. But then you're not a vegan. Sure. I don't care. I'm really hungry. Get off my back. I ate a cracker. People love to point that stuff out.
It's like, you prefer to have a lifestyle of just eating all vegetables if you can do it.
Right.
But there's no option. It's not like, well, I guess I'll die for the thing. I'm like, food's food.
Yeah, I started to get lightheaded at work because I'm really hungry.
I did that. I told you this already, but I did that to the girl at work. She instantly started becoming vegan, and then she ate this cheese and lobster. I'm like, and I said, well, you're vegan. After she gave me this giant spiel about, but she went to the point of oh, it's so bad for you meat. You can die from it. Because you can't, all this negative stuff. It's after she's done this 10-minute spiel, she picks up the food. I'm like, you just said you're vegan, how bad? I said, listen, as a vegan, please don't come after me. I was like, calm down. I thought you were putting down it so hardcore that you wouldn't dare touch it. That you blew my mind for a second. I know you can eat whatever you want. I would still believe it's good. I just think whatever I eat, God bless it. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Anything to be bad for you or good for you, I just know I'm going to eat it.
What's interesting is kosher is?
Yeah, that's weird. How they put a blessing on the food. I thought it was something totally different. I asked my mom about it. It was 2 years ago. I'm like, what does kosher mean? I always hear this word, oh, it's not kosher. I'm like, it's just a blessing? Heck, I can do that. There you go. No, you're
Hey,
not a
who
certified
certified
priest.
you?
Yeah, you're not a certified priest. Like anybody is. Everybody is a certified preacher.
Right.
I can't even say the word for some reason. Preacher.
Preacher.
Everyone is. People are like, no.
It's pretty late.
You have to make this pact with God. I'm like, no, literally. That's why when you pray before you eat, that's what you're doing. Now it's kosher.
Right.
That's the point. But I never knew the name. It's called like, bless this food. Hope it's good. Hope I don't die.
Yeah, why does it matter for Reebok? Reebok sneakers. A damn Reebok is over here. It's a rabbi. Whatever.
A rabbi has to put a blessing on it. I never knew that. I think that's the stupidest thing. And if anybody falls for that, it's a moron. Or I'm sorry, retarded.
I don't know, man. I think Ben Shapiro keeps kosher.
Oh, he's retarded. God blesses food. If man doesn't bless it, God blesses it.
Well, it is. It's super interesting where like people's like where what drives a person, like their cultural development, or it's like someone like Ben Shapiro's like brought up.
It's called Judeo-Christian.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro's
Jewish.
but there's so many different types of Jewish.
That's weird too. Well, it's the same as saying, look, there's always so many different types of Christians.
Right, it's the same. But it's like some like can't drive from Friday night to like Saturday morning or something. It's like the Sabbath. It's like every Saturday. Though.
Right, you can't lift the finger.
No electricity.
Right, nothing.
I don't understand tradition. Like doing something.
Well, there's
for the
this
sake of doing.
Because the thing is, the reason why they do that is because they don't believe in the latter part of the Bible, only the beginning.
So what was the latter part? Like
God came and died. Or again, they don't believe that.
Right. The part about Jesus.
Right, they don't believe in Jesus.
Right. That he was just some dude.
But I always think, like, see, God has everything preordained. So I think, like, everything that happened for, like, he has it planned out because he knows society, how it changes. We can't keep these traditions, and even God knows that. These times, you can't keep traditions the way you need to live. Like, if you had to follow the Old Testament like a Jew's supposed to, you should be stoning people. You should be, that's the law, but that's why God, it's done away with. He washed that law, he washed that way away, but they don't want to believe that.
Interesting.
That's why you have the Christians. I mean, if you follow law by law, if a woman has a period, she's supposed to be unclean for 7 days, supposed to wash her supposed to wash her body. No one's supposed, where she sits in, you're not allowed to sit on it. It's rule after rule. Can you imagine living in those times? It is a nightmare if you had to live those times. You committed adultery, you get stoned. Or something like, whatever. I know that was adultery. I think adultery, you just cast them out of the synagogue, something like that. It's a lot of laws.
So then the concept is that Jesus came
And died. He died. And if you ask for forgiveness, he didn't say, y'all forgive me, y'all sin now. Come back now. He didn't do that. That's how people do things. They think, oh, he died for me, I have to keep on sinning.
Right.
No, that's not how you're supposed to have a repentant life, heart now, and then be turned. Like, like I said, admit you're wrong, but that's not how people live.
I just think it's so interesting how like people's egos get involved with their religion, where it's like they have to like defend it. It's like, can't you just know?
Right.
Like people.
Do I have that personality?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
No, I would never.
I never flaunt it either.
No.
I don't ever push it.
Because that's weird.
But if you want to know who I am, this is who I am.
Right.
It's for people. And if you get offended, then just don't be around me then. Or you don't have to like me. That's fine. But this is who people ask me, why are you the way you are? Because they like me. Like, oh, I always get the first time, like, God. And like, oh, I'm like, I hate it so much. But, well, you like it.
Well, because it's not like a tangible thing to like people. Right. So it's like, it's like hocus pocus to people.
You have if you want.
Yeah.
I think your life's hocus pocus.
That's just like the perception of it. Yeah. Or people say, and they've heard it used like so many But so many like people that are just crazy and like not really into it. So it's like when you hear it, it's like, oh,
and it's funny. I do think that's sad too, because like the fake. I know it sounds funny, like fake Christians, like it ruins it.
right,
The people that actually live that lifestyle, it ruins it for me.
right,
Because there are like those weird
Yeah.
psychopaths that, and I know they're not.
right.
But the thing is, people think, "Oh, that's Christians. That means you're that way too." Like, no, it's not nothing at all.
But that's almost why like I've changed my entire like vocabulary. And it's like I follow as best as I can, but like I never use that vocabulary, and it's like I'm like scarred from it
Right.
because it's like as soon as you mention anything, it's like people are like they immediately the switch is flipped and they're not listening anymore. So it's like you have to be more. I mean, everyone could explain it how you want, but for me, it's like I feel like I have to be more creative to get to people. That's just the way I see it.
It does seem to be that way.
And it's like, I don't know, I guess like with my childhood too, like I've seen a lot of like weird people in like Christianity. So it's just like, I was so turned off from it, but not like its core concepts. It's like, I don't see how you can refute them.
Like I said, they're false. Even I see it. When people say, "Well, why don't you go to church?" My answer is, they're nuts. And they look at me, "But you're crap, like you're supposed to do." I'm like, no.
Yeah, I don't see that.
There's no difference between them and, to me, than an atheist. They're literally using the God's name in vain all the time because they don't believe or live in. They don't live by His word. I can tell you don't. Look at the churches. Look at the people that go on the street. Like, hey, look how wonderful. I'm like, but right there, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if Jesus were here, He would let you all have it. Like, He would probably just be full of love. I couldn't be that.
Probably, yeah, that nut. Should probably be all forgiven and shit.
If you really do, like, think like if you ever did read the parts of the Bible when Jesus was always on the streets, like all the Pharisees or the prophets or the priests, like they hated Him. Because even like Jesus would be like, He even like knew them. He's like, your heart's all full. Like He knew their hearts that they were all like full of hate. They hated Him. Like that would be awesome. Because every time I just watch that, like here is your Creator, and He's looking at all the priests, all the churches, and saying you're all false. And can you imagine that? Everything that's built up and that, like the, and He was like all false. And what does He do? He just walks in the street in the garden, and like His 12 disciples, like down to earth, like.
I mean, I feel like that is how I live.
Right. That's but that's the beautiful thing about that. So I'm thinking like I don't fall for these, or I don't know what to call it, or is it that's what false prophets, whatever. Any human being can be a false.
And back to the cell phone.
Right.
That's what it is. You pull it up and it's a false world. You're looking at these news things, everything that's just craving for your attention, wants you to pick a side, wants you to feel insignificant. They make money off of you feeling worse because they can sell you what makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta feel like shit so we can make you feel like better. And then we're addicted to it.
And maybe that's the reason why, like, when people say to us, like, what do you want to be? Where do you want to go in life? And my answer is, like, I don't know and I don't care. I don't want any of it.
I feel like I haven't fallen for it.
Yeah, and I don't think I will, and I don't ever want to.
It doesn't make me nervous that I'm not, like, in the thing. What makes me nervous sometimes is thinking about other people believing it. Because then it's like I could fall in that trap where it's like, so it's like I don't feel bad, or it's like I'm not like in the right place in life, like according to the standards of the internet and culture. But it's like what will bring me down is if I think about it in magnitude, where it's like, oh my God, all these people believe this lie. It's kind of freaky. It's kind of like that guy that came at me. What did you put in that mailbox?
Yeah.
Nothing. I saw you touch that mailbox. I didn't. You know, it's like I'm standing there saying truth, and I got to deal with this crazy man.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I live my life. Where it's like, I don't see it the way you see it. And everyone's coming at me like a crazy mailbox man. But you're doing it wrong. It's like, this is like depressing that I have to. It's like I don't want to have to explain myself to anybody. I don't feel like I have to, but it's like
that's the thing. I don't feel like I have to.
right. But it's annoying.
But it's like for your protection, you have to. It's like tell everyone to be protected. I just want to go.
It just gets old when people are just when you're surrounded by a lot of idiocracy. It just gets really old. And if you don't get like some sort of fresh air every once in a while, right? Like, what do you think causes like mental illness, whatever that is? Pretty obvious. It's like a direct side effect of our culture.
We have a lot more mental illness nowadays, and I think that
Because it's getting broader and broader. Right. What's mental?
And they don't ever.
They don't feel right.
All these new technologies or whatever platforms are getting out there, the more suicides are happening. People confused. And they never think, oh, look, it's all the stuff that we just put out. Maybe it's this. Well, they would actually want you to be that way. That's the point. That is the point. They don't actually want to help you.
They make money by putting you down.
Right.
So why does everyone feel down about themselves all of a sudden? I can't imagine why. But luckily, there's a pill for it.
It's like that night when she was sitting here and I was sitting over there. And she was like, oh, gotta get a pill to get rid of this. I was like, what? Like you're shopping for the pill, take away anxiety when you do like interviews? What? Just deal with it. Like, why would you put yourself through an addictive state? Like, it's not addictive. People say it's not addictive. No, it is, because the addiction is the fact that you need to feel numb to it. Right. So you're always going to need it because that is the addiction. It might not be the chemical of like, oh wow, my body's craving it. It's your insecurity in addiction.
So the only thing I've really taken that like messed with serotonin levels, serotonin is like what those things supposedly deal with. And it's like they affect your serotonin receptors in your brain. Mm-hmm. So the story goes.
There's confidence or something.
Yeah. So like the only thing I've taken that was similar to that was something along the lines of ecstasy, like MDMA. Mm-hmm. And that's like what people take at raves. And it's like where they're just like just big smiles and like they feel happy and like everyone's a family. Everyone's like, it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. I can like honestly say like it's really like obviously there's a dark side, 100%.
There's always a consequence to it.
Right. But the beauty in it is that it's like you can have a room full of strangers and everyone feels like they're family. There's something cool about that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you just like hug a stranger and they're like, yo man, like how's your night? Like and like it just everything feels genuine. So it's like everyone's on this substance. But like that's the only experience I've had with something that like affects serotonin. And it's just like from that experience, it's like I know that's not something. I mean, I know that's very extreme compared to like what's prescribed. Mm-hmm. But that's totally a skill that has to be developed like naturally.
Right.
I do think that it's possible that these pills can help someone see that light. I feel like it's beneficial that I experienced it. I don't think everyone should do it. Like,
what's the dark side of it?
The dark side is that.
Oh, I thought that you're saying. I would think so. I know if there's another dark side I don't know of because I
mean, the dark side is that people get addicted to it,
right?
And they get sick,
right?
And then it's not enough. It doesn't work anymore. And then it fries your serotonin receptors, where people feel depressed and they crash.
Right, because it's like just think about that. Because serotonin or anything natural that your body makes, and if you do something excessive amount, whether it be drugs or whether it be porn. Like
right. Your body calls it
dopamine, right? So if you're a person that's every day, several times, and literally gets shot, your dopamine levels, and it's like nothing anymore. That's why like people that are addicted like really bad to that stuff, even if they're in a relationship, they can't do it. They're fried. It can heal if you stop.
It can heal if you stop, and like your body is amazing at finding equilibrium. Mm-hmm. If you stop something, it'll try pretty damn hard to get back to where it should be.
It heals itself.
That's amazing. Like that's what detoxing is and everything. Exercising, like all that could get you back to like regular health. Mm-hmm.
nothing better than just going out to the middle of the wilderness,
Yeah.
just detoxing out, right?
Yeah.
To have someone drop you off, be back for it.
Yeah, dude.
This stuff kicks in. It does work because even when I was on the road, like a whole different sleep pattern happens. My body adjusts to it. Like all of a sudden, now I'm getting back to my bad habits of sleep. Waking up later. I used to wake up at 8 o'clock and just go straight off.
Yeah. It's funny how like people talk crap on sleeping in. Yeah, if someone had a productive night,
Right.
who are you?
Right. Like if it depends on your type of lifestyle. If you're a night owl, well, yes, I'm going to sleep in to get the proper amount of sleep. But like it depends. That's all personality thing. It depends on your lifestyle. Honestly, I could do both. Someone said, "Wake up, okay, I will." As long as I get 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I need 6. 6 to 8.
That'd be nice.
It's a luxury. But yeah, back to that. Like, I understand the benefit where it's like possible, maybe like crutches, where it's like it kind of like introduces you to, like, it could be a stepping stone. But it's like to take it all the time without the hopes of improving or like working on it. It's like
To make it a permanent crutch, though.
Right.
Most people do. That's when I would rather advise someone to take something of a natural source that gives you, like how you said, ecstasy. I'd rather have someone do that than take a pill from like pharmaceuticals. I don't trust those things at all, the chemicals and all.
Right.
They have more side effects to them. Like, oh, may cause internal bleeding or something like that. Like, well, you're not going to get that with ecstasy. So I would rather have you take ecstasy than to take a prescription from a doctor.
I mean, some of the ecstasy is bad and like will hurt people. You gotta like trust your chemist if you can.
If
But
you have a good, source, if you do, but
if anything, I feel like psychedelic mushrooms are more beneficial for that type of stuff because it's like when I was in Colorado and I told you I pulled over on the side of the road just to appreciate this like amazing view of a mountain. And this guy was like there doing the same thing. I was like, "Where are you from?" "I'm from New Jersey." Somehow we got to talking and he was saying what brought him into Colorado was this like mushroom trip for like depression. It was like people that were going through like anxiety and like depression or something. And it was like some sort of guided medical procedure of dosing mushrooms. And he was just like, I feel like I'm going back home as like such a different person. It's like he appreciated it like so much. Like he felt like such a big change. And I'm like, dude, I'm so happy for you. Like that's awesome. Like it's just like restored his faith in the world, I guess. It's like everything. It's like you can abuse it or you could learn something beautiful in it, you know? And that's why it's like I don't promote drugs really, because it's like I've seen people do the same things I've done and get incredibly stupid and not learn a damn thing. So it's like for me to say it's good for everyone should try it. No, not a chance. I've seen people get really dumb and stupid and just have like to them like a good time.
remember, because everybody's different. So like you have a whole different thought process than most people. So when you take that stuff, it's different. And people are just dumb. They take it. They're not going to improve. Maybe
Just like giggling and stuff. Yeah, maybe something could click, but like I don't know.
Maybe something clicked.
But like that's why like they're trying to make it into like medical stuff where it's like people can take it and like they can ask them questions, like try and like gear them towards those thoughts. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's something they're kind of experimenting with more now. And that's another thing. Like, I don't even know if there will be like some sort of cultural shift where it's like one day screw our cell phones. We don't want them anymore.
That would be the day.
I mean, that can happen.
I find it so hard to believe. I would like to believe that because I think people are so self-absorbed
Yeah.
that I find that hard. That they screw it. They live for it. It's their life.
I know.
So
But
it's hard to believe that. Like, even me, like, I, at one point recently, I wanted to get rid of my cell phone, but I know, like, I can't because I have my bank. I have a reason. It's like, now they make it to where it's like, you need it.
basically.
Because when I got rid of that, I'm going to pay my bills.
Yeah, and your DSW coupons. 10% off only comes via email.
You can't have a job without it. Well, with email, like, you can't have a job without this stuff.
Right.
So it's like you're bound by it. Not really. I mean, I use that as a tool, right? I come in and email like that. But I don't want to be on it.
Well, did you ever see the minimalist phone? There's a couple companies that are trying to make phones that are literally the most basic phone. Phone, text, email, calculator.
It doesn't have internet, right?
So it doesn't have like browsing capabilities.
Good.
But you could check your email.
Right.
Because initially they were really standing behind the bare bones thing, and it was literally just like phone, text, and like calculator. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they realized like GPS, Uber, Lyft, those things are kind of nice. So they like.
As long as you can't browse, like it's just that.
Right.
That'd be great.
But like they developed it where it's like you take out the SIM card in your phone and you just use that one. And then if you want to go back to the other phone, you can. But it's like to simplify your life.
You have to destroy the other one so you're not extended.
It's the only way. You have to throw it in the fire. What is that scream? That's my old cell phone. Damn. No, but that's how it feels. Things are so sneaky. Well, I'm starving out of my mind.
I know, I just had dinner I said not too long ago, but what? It's 3:20.
3:20. Oh, damn, that wraps up our night.
After those 3 wow, that's a long talk.
That was a long one, 2.5 hours.
Did you record it?
I recorded it.
Thank you.
This was brought to you by Reebok, your number one rabbi blessing shoe.
Shoot out to our sponsors, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Hit us on all the social medias. And we got our new Snapchat up and running. Follow us.
This message is brought to you by Reebok.
Reebok, the Reebok rabbis, blessing your food since 1948. We'll crop some sort of commercial in there. Yeah, rabbis blessing food. All right, have a good night.